Alright guys, the first play we're going to go over is Y sail from shotgun doubles offset with the levels concept. Let's just get right into it. So we're in the Colts playbook, levels sail. It's going to be a pre-snap read type play. First formation we're going to dive into first play. And pretty simple read here. When we get double high, I like to work the level side. When we get single high, I like to work the sail side. And we're going to have some issues with coverage 0, but we're going to come up with a solution for that. And if you want to get into the nerdy side of things with this particular play, I would always slide left, having the back as your hot on the strong side. All right, so why don't we get right into it, and we're going to throw in this 4-2-2-0-3-1. So we're going to take a look at something. I want to take a look at two-man first, all right? And generally speaking, when we're running the levels concept, I love to run it against double high, and we attack the second defender in. Okay, so 2-zone, cover 4. This defender here, and what he does kind of dictates where we're going to go with the ball. All right, if he runs upfield with our in pattern here, then that leaves space for our underneath in pattern to run into that we can look to attack with. All right. However, if he stays underneath and he occupies the space where our number 1 will run into, well, then that's when we're looking to attack over the top with our dig pattern. And then we get a high-low stretch with both of these routes running to the interior of the defense. Okay. Now, a defense like two-man theoretically should be a defense that you want to check out of with the levels concept here, because we're both running inside breaking routes against man-to-man defenders with help over the top, and they're going to play with inside leverage on these routes. All right, so why don't we pay attention? So this could be a potential problem, but we're going to make a subtle shift with our offense to make this so much better. So why don't we run this and show you how we can run into a lot of problems here against two-man. All right, so we pre-snap read. We know it's two-man. We run our levels concept. We're eyeing this defender. We know that he's going to run with the deeper dig. So now we're looking for our outside in. And as we see, we have problems. Okay, and as we see, it's because this player, again, is playing inside leverage, man-to-man. All right, gets a nice jam at the line of scrimmage. And, our outside receiver has a lot of trouble on creating space to get inside. And you can run this 1,000 times and you're going to get this same problem almost every single time. But here I made a subtle change. One minor change changes everything. Let's see if you can spot it. All right, look at how our outside receiver breaks inside wide open. All right, one subtle change changes everything with the play. All right, and I run this over and over and over again, and he just gets open against two men. So let's pay attention to what I did. All I did, I go to this receiver, motion him towards the sideline, and now our number 2 will get on the LOS, and our outside receiver will get off of the LOS. That minor change makes this play so much more effective against more coverages, and maybe we could take a look at the reason why. All right, so you run it over and over again, you'll get the same result. So this is when you don't motion him off of the LOS, and as you can see, there's less space in between him and the defender on the LOS. So it's harder for him to get, to create enough space to break inside. But this is now when you motion him off the LOS, now he has more space, so he can, as you can see, make moves at the LOS and get inside against two men. All right, so you got to keep in mind little subtle things like that can change the effectiveness of a play. Just a simple motion getting somebody off of the LOS. So here I read two-man. This is a live game online, and what do you know? I get a nice big play. All right. So I think I ran no huddle, and the very next play I noticed that my opponent was playing with a safety, and I can't remember the theory. I can't remember the name of the theory, but you run your bread and butter type stuff, the stuff that you're really good at, okay, and you run that until your opponent starts to cheat, and then I think it's called constraint theory. And then once they cheat, you check into stuff to punish them for cheating. So this is an example, just a kind of like an illustration of the whole point. I'm running this play, and now my opponent wants to take the problem that I'm presenting away, but he's doing it in a way to where he's sacrificing the integrity of his defense. He's in two-man. The safety is supposed to play over the top, deep, and outside. So when he's taking the safety and bringing him down, I now know that I can check into something going over the top because his corner is left out to dry, thinking that he has help over the top. All right, just an example of how a simple shift on the LOS greatly affects the play in such a positive way to where now, we're breaking inside against two-man, forces the opponent to want to play, in a way that kind of compromises his defense, and then you punish him for it by adjusting to what he does. So that's two-man on the double high side, all right? And we could take a look at something else. So we come out, we have our levels concept on the weak side, and then we have sail on the right side, and we see that it's double high. So again, we want to work the levels concept, all right? And again, this is why I love the levels concept. Peyton Manning used to throw this all the time, all right? It's a real simple concept, but it's a very effective concept. And again, we see double high, so what are we going to do? We're going to read this defender, the second defender in. He kind of dictates where we want to go with the ball, all right? Now, I don't know what type of coverage this is. At first, I was thinking this was some type of two-man. This is one of the benefits of a concept that's good at attacking a plethora of different coverages. It doesn't matter if it's two-man, cover four, cover two zone. We kind of, streamline our reads to where it doesn't matter what defense he's running. We kind of simplify it to where we're just kind of running our concept off of this player, and he kind of dictates where we're going to go with the ball. All right, so, we're getting ready. We're at the LOS. I know it's two-man. I know it's some type of double high. I don't know what type of coverage it is. Same shift, snap the ball. And what do we see? We see that second defender in. He's not even going upfield. He's kind of widening out into outside the numbers. So, what does that do? It leaves an open space for our outside in to run right into the ball. Right? We just rip it right into him, pick up a nice, easy 10 yards. 10 to 12 yards there, right? And that was cover 6. Okay, so I think it was like a cover 4 on that side with the cover 2 on the opposite side. And this is one of the benefits of running an offense that is fairly simple, but it's effective when you know your reads. Okay, so here we see single high. So what are we going to do? We're going to attack the sail side. All right, and with this concept, our outside player is just going to drive out that outer third player, or if he's a man, that player's going to run off with the deep go pattern, and then we're just working 1 to 2, corner down to flat. Very simple read, but very effective read. Okay, and now it doesn't matter if they're in double high, single high. We have a lot of different ways to pick up a lot of yards with this particular play. So that's really it, guys. I could have made this. I could have gone a little bit deeper on this, but the first play, I'm just going to keep it simple. Obviously, if you run into cover 0, then this is a concept that you really don't want to run. And that's where we can check into our route tags on the outside to attack things like cover 0. All right, and I'm going to get into that in this offense as I make more videos. Now, here's an example where I didn't like the levels concept because that second defender in was pulled in more towards the box. And this is where we can run some of our other plays. Again, it comes back to constraint theory. When you're overplaying certain things, or you start making movement with certain players, we can now punish the fact that you are cheating with other plays in our arsenal. Okay, so here this is the next play I'm going to go over, a very efficient type of play to benefit our quick run game, not quick run game, but our quick passing game and our running game. All right, and this will be the next play that I believe I'll go over. All right, so I think I'll leave it at that. This is where I'm going to punish that second defender in with the run action. He sits, I throw outside, and we pick up a nice game. So that's the play, guys. That's the first play, first formation I went over in the Colts playbook, level sail, pre-snap replay. We see, at least this is how I look at it, strong all the way across the board with the exception of cover 0, where now we can kind of develop some hot routes or route tags to check into when we get cover zero, okay? And obviously I kind of described how I look at it: double high work level side, single high work sail, and maybe in another video I'll get into the slide side of this particular play and kind of tether that with other plays from the formation. I'll leave it at that. Hope you guys got something from this video, man. Peace.